Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Very excited about today's project. This is a oil cooler that I just recently got in the mail from Maxpeeding Rods. Yes, I've already opened it, just making sure that it's not damaged because it's not fun to get on camera and then be like, oh, here's me unboxing it, and then it's been destroyed in the mail. So I have looked at it, I have peeked at it. We'll look at that with everybody else here in just a moment. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, like if you enjoy this type of content. Also, see those two steering wheels over there? We are doing a giveaway. We just finished a super clean giveaway, and the winner, all they were doing was following us on Instagram. And guess what? For those two steering wheels over there, all you have to do is be following us on Instagram, Tenza_Motorsports, where we do all of our giveaways. One other thing before we get into this box is this oil cooler here. This is just a used one. Got it off of, like, I think it's a 1997 Ford Expedition, the larger Ford SUV they did at the time. And it is in good condition. It's just an oil cooler. And that's what I was going to be putting on my car until I realized Maxpeeding Rods has them and decided to get one from them. So very excited about this project. That oil cooler will probably end up going on my wife's car. It's a little bit smaller, but honestly, where I've been running 400 horsepower or so with no oil cooler, that's better than nothing. And she's going to be, we're hoping to see around the 320 mark on her car wheel horsepower. So very excited about that. Let's get this popped open and we'll get to look at everything. Obviously, these are the oil lines. AN, I believe these are like AN 12s, 14s, I don't know. I always forget and get mixed up on AN fitting sizes. Okay, so this is the adapter, but this is a universal adapter. Now, if you have a car with, I believe these are for like the canister filters. The BMWs do not have these, and so we can't use this. We are gonna be getting a oil filter housing cap that allows you to put AN lines on it. That is coming in a later video. So this will not be installed today. We're just gonna be doing an unboxing, showing it off, and then I kind of want to talk about placement. If you are running a NA car or have done your own turbo kit, you should hopefully have room for this. It's gonna be a little tight on mine. I was just over there and I'm a little bit worried about where to put everything because the supercharger has an oil cooler for itself. So now I'm gonna have two oil coolers up front, and the one for the supercharger is about the same size as this, so they're not small. It's a little bit smaller, but they're both fairly large. And then here is the oil cooler. Ta-da! Pretty awesome. Now, I think this was the only color that these ones came in. And the reason I did this is because I like to put stencils and spray paint them. So I'll probably, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing to it, but I'm gonna put stencil on this and then I'll spray paint it black. So the letters will be silver and then the rest of this will be black. And that does not hurt the cooling capabilities. I believe this is a 19 row. Yes, 19 row, and that includes the top and the bottom. This other one that I got used, that we were gonna throw it away at my work, and I decided to snag it. If you're including the top and the bottom row, which I believe this one does have channels at the top and the bottom, this is a 9 row, but it's also quite a bit deeper. So it won't cool as much, but it'll be a heck of a lot better than just not having ones. Yeah, one thing before I put this on, it doesn't matter what oil cooler, whoever you buy it from, does not matter. I'm gonna be using some compressed air. I'm gonna blow this out a few times and I'm gonna flush it because there's all sorts of manufacturing debris that gets inside these. Again, it doesn't matter what manufacturer you get. It could cost $1,000, it could cost $50. Make sure you're cleaning these out before you use them. Even this one used, I'm gonna flush it. Make sure that we got that all cleaned out and ready for it, because this does, I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is post filter. So if there's something in this, I'm pretty sure it goes through the filter into this and then back into the engine, I think. Don't quote me on that, but again, it doesn't matter either way. You don't want a bunch of crap in these. All right, let's go over to the car and see how difficult this is going to be to find room for it. All right, here we are, the front of the race car. And I'm getting a little nervous here because there isn't a ton of room back in here. So I'm gonna set up the camera and you guys can watch me figure out where the heck to put this bad boy. But it is gonna have to go in here somewhere. I do not have an AC condenser, so there might be room in between this structural support, the radiator support, and the radiator itself, depending on how deep that oil cooler is. So yeah, getting a little bit nervous, but I mean, I think my worst case scenario is that I just kind of have to stick it somewhere where it gets less airflow. But again, we've been running this with no oil cooler, so we're not going to make it worse. Yeah, let's see if we can't find a good spot for this. All right, so here is the plan. I was a little bit nervous about this, but after doing some measurements, I feel pretty good. I think the way to go is to try to, so I can rework these brackets. I'd like to push this guy over to the passenger side as far as possible. It's already kind of over on that side because of the way that this is all designed. If I could get this to go that way just a little bit and put these hoses on the front, which would block the airflow very little. Put the hoses on the front. There's plenty of space behind this to put the new one. It's just out of camera view because I'm having a hard time holding it and recording this at the same time. And then I'm going to offset it. I'll put it over here. I might have to grind this bolt off here. So move this one that way, and then put the oil cooler, the engine oil cooler, on this side. And they'll be overlapping a little bit, but this one's a much smaller, it's not nearly as tall. And let me see here, actually, how many rows is this? This is a 13 row and is much smaller. So I don't feel like there's any problem with this being in the front. So I'm gonna push it over, like I said, and then we will put the other one back behind here. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that. And honestly, like, this sounds like there's a lot of stuff in front of the radiator, but you gotta remember that the entire radiator had an AC condenser in front of it at one point. And that is far more surface area to cover up than adding a couple of these in the front, especially with how much air is in between them. The AC condenser literally sat right up against the radiator. I was a little bit worried unboxing that oil cooler and walking around to the front of my car. I was like, oh crap. I hadn't even thought about where it was going to go because I'll just put it in the front. And I didn't realize that this guy was right there in the middle. But yeah, that is the plan. And that is coming very, very, very soon. And one more thing before we move on to the next small last topic of today's video. I did mention these are Maxpeeding rods. The link to everything that you see, just like always, is in the description. This guy is a fantastic price for everything that you get. Even if you're buying it just for this piece and you don't need anything else, it's pretty crazy how price competitive Maxpeeding rods can be. And I will also have linked in the description this supercharger kit, whatever kit I can find, because they've kind of discontinued the stage 2, and the oil filter housing cap that we're getting soon. You'll see that, but we're going to go up there and talk about that. I'll have everything linked in the description below. But I really appreciate Maxpeeding rods for helping us out on this, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. In fact, I'm going to put a video up here. Go and watch that one. This is on my wish list of things that I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's just not, it's not smart to run a car with this kind of horsepower really hard without an oil cooler. All right, so oil filter housing cap. This guy right here is going to be removed. Unfortunately, this is the nicer one, so I'm going to have to, I don't know, maybe we'll give this away too, but I will no longer be needing this. I think the biggest downside to doing this is because you don't have a lot of space here, you don't have a lot of space here, and you don't have a lot of space here, is when you put the new one on that has the AN lines on it, when you go and screw that down, you're going to hit things. And so it's going to be a little bit difficult to put on. I'm definitely going to be doing an oil filter when we do it, because you don't want to be back in there, you know, a week later doing your oil. You want to do it all at once. But yeah, this will be replaced. The lines will come, they're going to probably come out, and I think I'm going to try, I'm going to head that way. I think I'm going to head over to the passenger side and go that way. If I can get both lines to do that, it'd be great. If not, then I'm gonna have to try to sneak one over here. This side of the engine with the supercharger and the coolant tank and everything like that, sitting over here, it's a little bit more cluttered. Very excited. I really hate that I'm not putting this in today, but we will be doing an install, a separate install, an install on this, and then an install on the oil cooler itself. I'll make sure to be doing a full time lapse and all that stuff and walk you guys through it. If you have the exact same setup as me and you buy the same oil cooler, you can do exactly what I did. If you don't have a supercharger and you're just putting an oil cooler on your car, no problem. Or if your oil cooler was smaller or somewhere else, you just slap that Maxpeeding rods one on the front, no problem. In fact, let's go real quick, go over to my wife's car and look at hers and show you just how easy it would be to put it onto her car where her supercharger doesn't have an oil cooler like this one does. Look at all that space. Just pop it right here in the front. Heck, it even fits in these cutouts right there. Don't even have to fight it. So I'm gonna have to do something with my car. I can't seem to figure out the front of this car looks way bigger than mine. So I've got to figure out what's going on. I wonder if this is the M3, like the M3 has more space here? Because I feel like, I know I've got an oil cooler in the front of mine for the supercharger, but geez, I mean, it doesn't look like that little oil cooler would take up that much space in mine. I don't know, she looks like she's got more space. So when we go to do hers, hopefully it's a little easier. We are gonna be doing an intercooler on this car at some point because I'd like to bump up the power in the supercharger, different pulley, and it's probably a good idea to have some sort of extra cooling. So, all right, well, I really appreciate everybody so much for watching. Sorry there wasn't a ton of action, a lot of talking in today's video, but we are very excited about it and look forward to installing this oil cooler onto the race car. Coming very soon, stay tuned.
Bam!